Hi, my name is ToonKriticY2K. I'm the cult of personality, and today on Roundtable is Magic, we're talking about Maud. Maud's a great character. Yeah.
She rocks.
You seem to lack personality in your choice.
I know, right?
Mr. Cult of Personality.
I know, it's an oxymoron there. Anyways, yes, welcome to Roundtable's Magic. You know us, you know the crew. We're talking about Rock Solid Friendship, the episode with Maud and Pinkie. We, of course, have got the peeps here. We got Golden Fox.
Yay.
We got Keyframe.
Hello.
That's it? Okay. I was wondering, is there more to that, or...?
No, go on.
Okay. We have British Ninja.
This episode rocks.
We have Lightning Bliss.
I just want my milkshake. Can I go home now?
Not sure it quite works like that. And Voice of Reason is not here. He's got something going on. I don't think he was exactly clear, but he has given me his notes for me to read for him. Stepping in for Voice of Reason is a guest you might have remembered on the very first Operation Roundtable. He is the Irish Floofmeister, Emerald Comet.
Evening all.
And our special guest for today's episode, she is leader, the head honcho of the Secret Rifts. Figured it would be a good time for me to bring her on, given what we got, you know, yesterday and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Secret Dreamer, a.k.a. Animelodie.
I am best voice actress. No one else can compare to me. In other words, I don't know what to say. Hi.
Right.
So,
I'm sorry, is your name Flutter Rose?
I'm sorry, is your name British Ninja? The best voice actor?
Sorry, is your name... I'm sorry, is your name the great and powerful Trixie?
I'm sorry. It's your name Ingrid? Then you're not the best voice actress.
jeez.
Hey, I'd like you to. I'd like to see you.
I'm
do
sorry,
a better...
Dreamer, but you know that intro you said that does not sound like it should come out of you. It should more come out of Flutter Rose.
I mean, can any of you guys do a better British Ninja impersonation than British Ninja? Exactly. I'm the best voice actor.
You know what, Ninja? You are absolutely right. I have not heard someone capture your essence as well as yourself. So
Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. You said British. You said British Ninja. That's not how you pronounce Tara Strong.
yeah, but anyways, dude, what episode are we talking about today?
Rock Solid Friendship, the episode between Maud and Pi that I'm pretty sure is going to divide a lot of people, but we will keep level heads and we will not have a voice rage fit. We will not pull a Voice of Reason and blast everyone's ears apart.
Thank God. We at Roundtable formally apologize if any headphone users who listened to the last podcast did not heed the warnings or anything and they got their eardrums blown out. We formally apologize. We're making sure that doesn't happen again.
I don't.
Please consult the number below if your ears bleed at all during this podcast.
So, who would like to start first?
Well, I think as this episode is apparently Ninja's hill to die.
No, actually, I'm going to wait.
We're starting with the Toon. You promised me we would start with the things that we didn't like.
Oh yes, yes. The Keyframe wanted us to switch things up, so we're going to start off with the things that we didn't like, building up to the things that we did like. You said you wanted to go last.
Yep.
Okay, I don't mind going first then, because I don't have anything. I have no criticism of this episode. I love it all. It's beautiful.
That's rare.
I don't have anything I didn't like.
Really?
So yeah, just move right on from me.
Okay.
I'll go last.
Who do you pass it to then?
Eeny, meeny, miny, Will.
Wait, Will's not a part of this.
Is he not? Oh,
no!
Golden.
Golden, what is the thing you didn't like about the episode?
That's Derek, remember?
Derek is all.
I didn't like. That's actually an honestly good question because, okay, a lot of you are probably going to assume that it's Pinkie, and I didn't have that big of an issue.
That's because you are of the correct opinion, sir.
That's because your girlfriend is extremely biased, and if you don't agree with her, she'll chop your head off.
Are you saying
No,
no? How dare you?
No, Bliss. I still hold my foot. I still hold my claims on my issues with Philly Vanilli in what Pinkie was doing. Nobody was doing anything to stop her. In this episode, it was actually played up for a theming reason.
Yes.
So, and I think that was played off well enough for me to give it a pass. So I really don't have anything to complain about. I'm not saying the episode is perfect, but there were a lot of things I enjoyed about this episode. So I'm going to pass it off to... Bliss.
Yeah. How Pinkie was played up, she was not written badly. I don't believe she was written badly. The problem is, and this is a personal problem, is that it was too much Pinkie enthusiasm for me to swallow. Maybe I was having a bad day, but so much over the top, unnecessary enthusiasm, up in your face, up in your grill. It reminded me of past events in my childhood when my siblings wouldn't back off when I was trying to hang out with a friend of mine. It brought back memories I did not like, that a part of me wanted to just grab Pinkie, pull her to the side, and say, dude, you're in your sister's grill. Back up. It's working out fine. You see they're talking? You see them talking? Yes. Yes. Good. Now give them some space. But it's Pinkie, and Pinkie's not going to do that. That's why she was not written wrong. It was just too much Pinkie Pie for me today, I guess. Maybe I was not in the mood for Pinkie Pie. I don't know. It was too much enthusiasm, too much pressure. I didn't like that she was pressuring. But I would say that was, 30% of the reason why I didn't like the episode, but everything else I liked about it was good. So I will give it off to, I guess, Toon? Or, no, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got guests in here. Too. I derped. We got guests in here. We got two of them. Hi.
Wait, I'm a guest?
Hi, Secret. I'll pass it off to you.
Okay, now my phone cut out, so I missed a big chunk of whatever was said. What section are we talking about right now?
What is one thing you didn't like about the episode?
I did not... Okay. Pinkie is my favorite character, and I usually like how she's, like, so interactive with everyone, but this was just so overbearing and so like and unlike her, it made me cringe, and that's saying a lot because she is my favorite, and I just was like, why are you doing this, Pinkie? Why? But no, she was just way too overbearing. She was way too like, hey, be friends right now. Make her move right now. And not giving them a chance to breathe and actually get to know each other. And it was just... Why?
Okay, then. Was that it?
Case made.
Basically, yeah.
Alright, who do you pass it off to?
Like I said, my phone cut out for a big chunk. I don't know who's already spoken other than Bliss and Golden.
A Ninja.
Toon and Emerald are last ones.
Okay,
and Keyframe is dead last, sorry.
Okay, I'll pass it off to Keyframe. How about that?
No, don't pass it to her. She wants to remain last, so Toon or Emerald.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Emerald then.
Alright, cool. I'm probably going to sound like a broken record here, but pretty much what Secret and Bliss said is also kind of what I didn't really like about this episode. When I watched it for the first time, and I'm probably going to get a serious hate for saying this, it only reaffirmed to me why Pinkie Pie is my least favorite member of the main six. Because there was just so many moments just when she would just not stop talking. And I just want to just grab her and just be like, lady, please, okay. I don't... for 2 minutes. And I think, and I understand that what she was doing was done for a theming reason. Like, Bliss, was it you who said that?
I did.
Okay, right, yeah, sorry, Golden. Yeah, I get that that's what she was doing, that whole, excitable energy, that's part of her character. But I've always stood by the notion that, yeah, that's a part of Pinkie's character, but it's a part of Pinkie's character that I really, really hate. And, you know, just the fact that it was on full display here just like kind of annoyed me an awful lot. But other than that, there's not really anything that I can complain about. That was just kind of the only thing. Everything else is really good. So yeah, Toon, would you like to take it next?
Well, new thing we have on here is that while I take over the positives, CarToonZ usually does negatives. So I'm gonna let our resident edgy bro take over for that. Jesus, okay, you made the badge way too big this time, Toon. There you go. Okay. So, one thing I did not like about this episode, it's very simple. You don't force friendships. For a show that is called Friendship is Magic, you can't force something to happen, no matter how hard you try with whatever spells that you want to throw at somebody. You can't do it. It's like, especially with kids who are constantly trying to ship their friends together. This is basically a friendship. All you shipping people out there probably got this episode where you just want something to work, but it doesn't work like that. The thing you have to learn about friendships, you have to let things go naturally. And I know that's really hard, because sometimes you want to be friends with someone, or you want to make sure your two friends become best of friends. Now, there are some cases where that could work, but then it goes hilariously wrong, and then they ditch you. That happened to me once. That was stupid. But the way I see it, when it comes to friendships, it should just be natural. And the way that Pinkie acted in this episode drove me up a wall, because... Where's that chirping coming from? Anyways, I almost lost my train of thought there. I don't like the fact that Pinkie was constantly hovering over trying to make sure that these two got to be friends. If that happened to you in real life, I want you to think about it for a second. If you're just trying to have a good time talking with somebody, and then suddenly someone comes out, oh, you guys are being so great together as friends. Oh, man, you two should just keep making all these dates. Here, I'll arrange this for you guys so you two can do this and this and this. Stop. For the love of God, Pinkie. The only reason that I'm so upset about this episode is because I have seen Pinkie do good episodes. This is just one of the rare times where she was thwacked over the head with the idiot stick. I'm just hoping that future Pinkie episodes aren't like this. And that is all I have to say.
Pinkie, bad matchmaker!
Yeah, pretty much. So that's all I gotta say on that. And, since I believe Voice is really the only person left besides myself, I'm gonna let Voice say what he wanted to say. He actually included a Google Drive link, which you guys can listen along to, which I am going to play. Now, hopefully he doesn't blow our ears out. I'm hoping. So I'm just going to turn up the volume on this, and I'm going to sit back and let him talk.
The thing I didn't like about this episode was Maud's retcon. And that being, Maud was at our town before it set up to
I think it's inline audio.
Get the key marks. It doesn't make sense because...
Wait, you're not going to share audio or something?
Maud was the reason that Starlight was able to get away with half the stuff she did.
So, chat, how you doing?
And two, it doesn't make sense for Starlight, because I thought the big thing was that no one was unique unless like everyone has to be of equal talent, unless Starlight came across Maud and say, oh wait, she's already converted, I must have missed her. So yeah, it doesn't really make sense. And that's the thing I didn't like in this episode. So you guys can elaborate on this one.
There we go. Alright, so basically what Voice was saying is that he did not like how things were retconned, in a sense. How Maud apparently is the one that showed Starlight the cave that has the rock that stored all the cutie mark magic. Any thoughts?
Okay.
I don't necessarily think that's a retcon, though. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that.
Was it ever established that she made the thing herself, or that she found it herself?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's just weird, but it's not impossible to happen, I suppose. I don't know.
Only right now, Maud's going to be this season's supervillain at the finale.
Yeah, exactly. Like even that thing of just like, you're messing with me. Am I? Maud is a supervillain. She's going to take over Equestria. It's pretty much confirmed. It's just a matter of time.
I will include in the link
all the evil things that Starlight has done. It's all Maud's fault.
When this episode comes out on YouTube, I will include the links to both Google Drive thingies where Voice gives his opinions. In case you couldn't hear them on here, you can listen to them clearly in links in the description below. Wait a minute. I just realized. So everybody's gone, right?
Except Key.
Yeah, I want to go now.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, we're at the end of our we're at the end of our dislikes, and we're going backwards, aren't we? Or Key, did you want to go now?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yes, I'm going now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip my dislike, so because I don't have a dislike. So
Orange horses unite. All of the orange horses love this episode.
Okay, all I'm going to request is that people be quiet during this because this is going to be quite nice, and I've been quiet for everyone else. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is by far the best character on this show. Who joins Glim Glam and the Zim Zam for this episode with mud pies. And I've heard some people say, Key, Pinkie was not good in this episode. She was annoying and she was overbearing, and you know what, good sir? You may say she was hyperbolic, but I think she was hypertolic in that she was isotola in the Iola with the greatness that is Pinkie Horse. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the Pinkie Horse. She's the thing that reminds us that this is a fucking cartoon. And in these days of hard times and unhappiness, it's good to have the unabridged enthusiasm, happiness, and loony behavior that is Pinkie Pie. Now I know you may disagree, and I will respect your disagreements. I can see how this would be annoying to some people, but I think that, especially with the writing of Nick Confalone, the best writer on this series right now that is currently writing, we need this wackiness. We need this craziness. Because without it, what do we have but little slice-of-life stories, which are good in their own right? But we need to remember that this is a cartoon and we can do cartoon things! And let me tell you, sir, if you don't like that, I can respect it. But I say I salute the Pink Horse. Stay loony, my friends. Stay loony.
Hashtag Keyframe
Perfect time, too.
Fucking amen.
That actually worked.
You can't see me, but I'm standing and saluting right now.
Oh, that's amazing.
But to translate that in a very short, serious thing, I personally really liked Pinkie's behavior in this episode. Pinkie represents a very big facet of my personality, of that unabashed positivity and enthusiasm, and her actually learning this kind of lesson, which is something, because she's had this whole problem of reading a room and doing these things before, and seeing her actually have the active lesson to her about that people don't act like her is something that it's not a retread, because this thing hasn't quite happened to Pinkie before. It's just been kind of pointed out on the sidelines, like Philly Vanilli kind of thing, where it was just yelled at her. But it wasn't a thing where she actually learned. And having it with Maud, who's someone she's close to but is a diegetic opposite to, I think was a good thing. And I don't know, I really liked her arc in this episode. And like I said in my speech, her being so hyperbolic and crazy, that's what I love about Pinkie. And if I had the Pinkie Pie abilities that I would settle all our friendship conflicts with putting us in a cave and exploding some dynamite. I would definitely do that. So Pinkie, 10 out of 10, best horse. Anyway, back to Toon.
Okay. So the thing I liked about this episode is Maud. Maud is quickly becoming, in my top 7 favorite supporting characters, quickly rising up the ranks because of this episode. It's great to see some proper development. We get to see more about how she's looking for a friend because she wants someone to get her. She realizes that she is this weird, she has some weird tendencies. She doesn't exactly fit in, and the way that she bonds with Starlight is good because it's just natural. Okay, hey, I'm weird too. You're weird. Hey, let's be friends. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that Maud is slowly starting to get more adjusted to talking with people and opening up a little bit more. We get to also see that she has very smart abilities when it comes to rocks. Rocks are cool. Apparently...
Well, she did graduate with a rock trim.
I think it's pretty cool, because that could come in handy for a lot of things later. By the way, chat, did any of you Google half the terms that they came up with in this episode? Because I saw a picture where it's just like, yeah, I Googled about 6 of these terms, including 2 of them that had to do with kites, just to make sure they were true. It's pretty cool. And I hope Maud eventually does open up a little bit more. You know, baby steps and whatnot. So I have to applaud her for that.
I'm just starting to read the chat of their reactions during my speech. This is beautiful.
That was the best speech we've had on Roundtable, I believe.
Oh God, yes.
Someone would make a Twitch highlight of that, where we are just gonna make that a separate video.
Just a separate. You can make a separate animation for that.
Yeah, I want to see that animated.
Yeah,
right.
please.
Lightning Bliss, you have your next project.
Animators, do your duty!
Alright, so I'm going to pass it back to Voice, who wanted to put what he liked about the episode. Now I'm going to mute the Skype call, and I put it in the Skype chat right there, so you can listen along too. It's right. It's right there. Thing I liked about. So here we go.
One of the things I liked about this episode was the animation, the facial expressions on Pinkie Pie, and even a bit of Starlight's expressions were really funny, and I think that was the big highlight of the episode for me.
Okay, so he basically talked about, you know, the backgrounds and stuff, and how a lot of, I guess, you know, how the episode looked and stuff.
I love this one Pinkie expression that she had in the episode where her face was it was one of those expressions where it's kind of like a front-facing pose, but it's not, and it made her nose look really big, and her head was kind of like a circle. I thought that was so adorable.
Can we just also point out that Maud probably has the coolest home?
Oh God,
Yeah.
yes.
Can we also point out that Pinkie looks adorable in footy pajamas?
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, MTV? Welcome to my crib.
After how cold and dead the castle looked, and after how sort of some of the designs in seasons 5 and 6 looked, I was thinking maybe they're losing the touch on the whole design front. But you know what? This place looks gorgeous. It fits. It has the right amount of decor. It's fabulous, darling.
And you doubt it. I like too, how her pillows on the bed kind of look like rocks as well.
I liked her gosh darn, not pajamas, slippers. They're Pinkie slippers.
Oh yeah.
Gimme.
I'm ready to get slippers.
You want to be my
like
best
how-
friend? Give me Pinkie slippers.
Yes, Bliss.
I like how Maud kind of touched into some depth about, like, the world itself, just by talking about rocks. That she said, I mean, I know it was kind of a half joke towards Starlight, but she said if you pick the right specific rock with the right magic tendency, you could rule Equestria if you wanted to. I'm like, okay, so the ground itself is magical, which I kind of had a feeling that was, but now it's kind of like, hey, it's canon. The
Earth pony magic.
Earth pony magic. There's magic in the earth itself.
Burn the witch. Burn them all.
I like to think that, you know, kind of everything in Equestria has some degree of magic going through it. You know, because, like, the Pegasus can, you know, manipulate the weather and clouds and rain. Unicorns can just, like, you know, just do anything because they're the master.
But is that magic to them? Or is that just a normal biological thing that they can do?
What, unicorns just being able to do that?
Well, yeah. No, I imagine the unicorns are something more abnormal, but the whole Pegasi being able to control clouds. Like, to us, that's magic, because, you know, clouds have different logic here, but...
Well, let's see. Rainbow Dash was able to make a white cloud turn gray when she was upset, so...
Maybe. Maybe there's more to it than that, but hey, that's just a theory.
A pony fairy. Thanks for watching.
Get the bleach.
Listen
Get
very
the
carefully. This
bleach.
sounded me slapping you.
All right,
Get
I'm gonna
all the
pass it.
bleach.
I'm gonna pass it back to Emerald.
Thank you, my friend. So there's actually a lot of things that I really liked about the episode, but I think the main one that I really loved was the way that Maud and Starlight interacted with each other, just like kind of seeing their friendship build. Like even those little jokes that she has, about the stone and ruling all of Equestria, and kind of that bit where Starlight kind of sees that Maud is really into her rocks, and then like when she has the kite and she's kind of going in depth to that, they both have like kind of it's kind of building on the friendship that they kind of have, like these little kind of things in common. And then just the snarky little thing that she has where Pinkie puts the bell on him and she just like just kind of casually rips it off. Whoops! Just seeing that kind of thing build between the two of them, I just thought was just really nice. I thought it was good character building for both of them. Like what other kinds of characters Starlight could possibly interact with, sort of as the series goes on. Like I was thinking maybe, this is kind of a mad idea, but I thought that if she was going to be interacting with Maud and Trixie and all that, like how cool would it kind of be if she interacted with, say, Lightning Dust from Wonderbolt Academy? Like if those two ever met up and Starlight kind of had to learn a friendship lesson about kind of bringing her around. Just kind of made me think of like a few more possibilities.
It does. Maud is an interesting character that you can put her with just about any character, and you can get some interesting dialogue out of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, who was before Emerald? I believe that was Secret?
Yeah.
Secret, do you live?
Nope.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
That has been going
On and off.
Yeah,
things
I've
been happening a lot.
noticed.
I guess her likes are just a secret.
Oh my god, shut up.
Secret,
Wow,
are you
that's
there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh
Quick.
my god, this phone's gonna be the frickin' death of me.
Quickly, before your internet goes out, what is one thing you liked about the episode?
I really like how that while yes she was overbearing, I loved how she was so concerned about her sister wanting to make a friend and wanting to help, and I really liked Maud's development in this. This was a really good place for Maud's development and a little bit of Pinkie's development, because other than in A Friend Indeed, in this episode too, she learned, hey, you can't force people to be friends, and that's okay. So basically, the development was pretty good.
I have to agree. All right. Who was before Secret?
Me.
All right, Bliss.
I love Starlight.
Yes.
Rock and roll.
Damn.
She likes tights.
This has really come full circle for me. Now I'm liking Starlight more than ever. That she might even take second.
Will, cover your ears.
Second to what?
Second for my secret favorite, Pony. Like Twilight's was my favorite now, and then after Rarity, now Jack Will. I think Starlight is pushing for second.
Yeah.
She's in my top 7.
Starlight has shown not only can she relate to the audience, but yeah, actually that's what I want to talk about, is that she was literally speaking when I was thinking, and then the part where she had that final interaction between Pinkie when Pinkie was trying to find Maud, and Starlight was so blunt. I'm like, someone needs to tell her. Someone's gotta. And then I realized, but Pinkie's a fragile little cinnamon roll too. I mean, bluntness can really hurt her feelings. And oh my god, it did. I actually felt bad when Starlight was blunt. But it's like, it's one of those things where it just has to be done. Somebody has to crack a whip.
I really, really loved the part where it's like, oh, well, I guess I've messed this one up, and she went right back to bed.
Just say, well,
Yeah,
typical
like,
day for me.
With a blanket overhead, it's like, no, sweetie, yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Sometimes you just have to tell a fan that you're being too pushy, or you're being a little too personal, or you're getting up in my grill. You need to pull back a bit, please. That's me and my fan right there. That's me and an over exaggerated fan when I have to tell them,
You can
look,
just turn
I
the
like
fan
you.
off, silly.
It's just that you're being too pushy.
Windy.
Oh, okay. Was that too blunt? Okay, you're forcing your ideas on me, and I don't like it. Still too pushy. Still too blunt.
You should just say to them, hey, you see this bubble? No touchy. No touchy.
So yeah, I love Starlight representing not just the viewer, but she was literally being herself, and I love that she realized she was being blunt, and she kind of felt bad for it. But I'm like, no, somebody had to say it because Pinkie was not gonna get it on her own.
Oh, real quick,
So-
someone, I believe General Grant put in the chat, on a side note, I think Maud threw Rarity into an existential crisis by saying how common her gems are. Rarity looked broken. She's just like, but
Yeah, dude, I saw that.
I thought that was amazing. I thought that was the best thing ever. Someone's...
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So her name is Rarity, as in, you know, rare. You know, to be told that your entire life's work is actually really common and that you're just kind of a basic thing I can't say because we haven't lost the PG rating yet.
Yeah.
Yet. You know what? Let's see if we can keep it. Who cares? This is a fun episode. Yeah. It was really funny to watch.
There's gonna be so many fan fictions about Rarity just being broken and going crazy
Because
from
of
what
Maud.
Maud said. I
They're
can
great.
see it.
Hey,
Yeah.
it gives me work. I'm not complaining.
Bliss, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Bliss?
No, I love Starlight. Starlight's second best pony.
Yay. I'm waving the Starlight flag. Starlight is amazing. Don't anyone ever tell you different.
Say it with me now. Glim glam in the Zim Zam.
Glim glam in the Zim Zam.
You're not helping. We're gonna have to find a bomb shelter somewhere.
Key, you and I will start the church at Glim Glam, and we will bring in our disciples.
God.
We'll spread the word of Glim Glam and the Zim Zams.
That's it. Our friendship is over. Friendship is over. I'm out of here. No, fuck this shit. I'm out.
There goes the PG rating.
God darn
Oh
it.
my god.
I can play
On the ground.
Oh god, the chat is starting to spread hashtag Glim Glam and the Zim Zam.
Glim glam.
I could have sworn that Keyframe just said glim glam in the flim flam. I'm just like, what?
No, we don't need that. We don't need that here.
Glim
Anyways,
glam is the religion, and flim flams and zim zams are the disciples. Great, now you got me saying it.
we are Brother Toon and Sister Key of the church at Glim Glam and the Zim Zam.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Glim Glam Gospel Choir.
Oh my
Can
God.
I go?
No, wait, before I have just one thing.
Okay.
Guys,
Yes.
can we make shirts that say Glim Glam and the Zim Zam?
You know what? We
You're
totally
not
could.
helping.
Okay, anyway, Golden, you can go now.
Go ahead, Fox.
I'm speechless over what just happened.
Golden, Will, are you coming back?
I don't think we're coming back, folks.
All right,
Jesus
guys, let
Christ.
Golden talk.
Go ahead, Golden.
Yeah. I need absolute silence.
Okay.
We need more pop.
I'll go on mute.
Shut up. Okay, the thing I like in this episode, apparently Bliss briefly mentioned it. It wasn't her turn, but it's when Maud explains her reasons for her interest in rocks, and that there's like she goes down into such gritty detail that certain cracks show that what their ages are. Get that phone away from the microphone. I'm not doing any big speeches. Stop.
Okay.
Basically, I basically like how Boulder was put to a great use and how it explains so much as to why Maud really likes rocks. For instance, the cracks show what kind of age or whatever it is that the rock has been through. Along with that, she explains that rocks, they like feel connected to you and they don't judge you. And I like that. That feeling of being judged I think that's something in everyone's, in everyone's head, and I can see how that connects with her. Also, one more thing before I end my turn. I just love that freaking Boulder was put to a great use when Maud and Pinkie and Starlight were caved in. She's just like, Boulder, get us out of here. Hits the ceiling and just like creates an open freaking ceiling to reach the higher ground.
Hey, Golden,
what?
you like rocks, but do you like kites?
You guys get my point.
Let's go fly a kite.
kite
Up to the highest heights.
Let's
Go fly a kite and send it soaring.
I guess it goes to.
Okay, you're gonna have to clarify that because I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh my
Have
god!
you not seen Mary Poppins?
You have not.
Mary
So that's how
Poppins.
my turn ends, huh? I just get interrupted and then it's just passed on to the next?
Oh, go on then, sorry.
I thought you were finished.
I didn't say I was officially finished.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Oh,
go.
you're being a butt.
I do like that someone pointed out to that if someone judges you can throw a rock at them. Yeah, it's just... You guys are gonna pressure me, aren't you?
No,
About
you
what?
said one last thing. You said one last thing, and that's why we thought that.
I like the scene where Boulder was put to use to help them escape out of getting caved in after Pinkie set them up to
Yeah,
be
you
caved
said
in.
that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if people actually got that or not after that interruption. So
Yeah.
No, we did.
Oh yeah, we
okay,
We did.
so yeah, I'll pass it back to British.
Hey, okay, now, my good thing is related to Pinkie Pie and also the moral. And while I won't be able to compete with the grandiose thesis from Madame Kefram, perhaps I can be a bit more technical in my analysis to try and get this across, because I 100% agree with Keyframe. Now, let me ask you all a rhetorical question. If you believe that your friend is having a problem and they don't want your help in solving it, should you give up, even if you are certain that what you are doing is a good thing? How much faith do you have in your friend versus how much faith you have in your own resolve? Where is the breakdown between your responsibility to them and their responsibility for themselves? And if all of that sounded familiar, then I commend your memory, because that was a quote from a Digibrony review from a friend indeed. An episode that runs pretty much the same structure as this episode, with Pinkie banging her head against the wall until it works out her way. Now, that episode got a lot of criticism because it had a potentially mixed moral. But the truth is that in this kind of situation, there is no moral grey area. It isn't as clear-cut. There is no black and white answer. So here we are in this episode that covers the other side of the coin. Now, let's move it on to something a bit more topical. Have you ever cared about something so much for a thing or a person, or have you ever cared so much for a thing that you had to share it with someone? Now, for me, that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. For Pinkie, that's friendship, or at least the concept of having friends that Maud has never really experienced before. Now, I understand that in my case, I tend to shove JoJo down people's throats, and I get that, that's my problem. And even today, I couldn't even trust ToonKritic to watch JoJo on his own. I needed to sit there with him, I needed to watch it with him, and I needed to explain as he goes through it why it's so cool and stuff in order to try and force my opinion on him my way, instead of him watching the show on his own and leaving it up to his choice whether he likes it or not. So, Pinkie's conundrum is the most relatable moral I have ever experienced in a long time from this show. It's beautiful, it's realistic, it's well-grounded, like a rock. It is just beautiful. It's awesome.
Well, you see, Ninja, you have to understand, the way you went about it, you were just one person trying to get that across, which was fine. When people tried to shove Undertale on me, that was a completely different thing, because I got it in mass, almost daily.
Yeah.
So you
That
were a
was the
different
other
case.
example. That was the other example that I was going to use, is how people shoved Undertale down ToonKritic's throat to the point where he didn't even want to play the damn game. Not because it was bad, but because people shoved it down his throat, because they care so much. It's an understandable thing. Like, is it undermining the other person to think that they need your help to do something, or is it your resolve that needs to fix them? You know, it's such a moral gray area, such an interesting thing to cover in the show. It's just beautiful. It's one of the reasons why I love the show so much. It can just absolutely nail these complex issues and even revisit issues from a previous episode, just give it a new spin, and it's an entirely new episode that has a completely different outcome and result.
Keep talking, Ninja.
I ran out of things to say. Why did you play it at the end? Well, you know what? I guess I'm gonna keep going. I guess I'm gonna keep going. I guess this is the podcast where British Ninja... Are you gonna keep playing it or not?
Yes. Keep
Okay.
going, keep going.
This is the podcast where British Ninja gets to say two things, and the other thing that I like that no one else has mentioned.
You're playing it
It's
too
getting
loud,
louder.
Keyframe. Turn it down. It's getting louder.
The other thing that I really loved about this episode is Starlight Glimmer and her kite fetish. Her kite fetish. She has kites in her room. Did no one notice the kites in her room? She also has a kite cutie mark. It's never been addressed, but her cutie mark looks an awful lot like a kite, and it's brilliant. It's a wonderful piece of characterization, and it's a wonderful piece of dialogue that they can both share. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are making America great again. So we can have
Oh my
excellent
god,
cartoons.
With Glim Glam and the Zim Zam.
Glim Glam and
We
Zim
welcome
Zam.
Brother Ninja to our lovely
You
host.
guys stop talking about that. You're pissing off Will again.
No. And this is how we shall end Roundtable is Magic. Thank you for joining us.
God bless Britain and America, I guess.
Oh
And
jeez.
Canada, airing the next episode early.
Hold up, hold the presses. There is one thing you guys have been missing this entire episode. There is a conspiracy here. Have you noticed that yesterday, it was on the Saturday, that it was Sketchy the Changeling's birthday? And did you notice? No. Now, did you notice that near the end of the
Hi,
episode?
you're talking about my man. What's up?
No. Did you notice that near the end of the episode, where Boulder has the axe and he's just chilling with Maud, did you notice that there is an orange beanie on Boulder's head on the same day as Sketchy's birthday?
Oh my god!
Conspiracy confirmed! But hey,
Emily,
that's just a theory.
Like,
A pony
Hey,
theory.
Keyframe, check the chat. No, Toon, keep going on that whole conspiracy thing. See what it's linked to. And Keyframe, look at the chat.
So if you think about it, you see, I have a theory that the writers do... No, hang on. Play... Yeah, go ahead, play the theme. I have a
hold
theory.
on, I get it.
Hang on, we're getting it. Give me a minute. Yeah, but no, it is really interesting how it's the context of the situation as well. With
My
they are
phone
asking.
died!
Oh, however,
Aw.
you mean your phone? You had one job and you fucked it up.
Hold on. I got Goldie's phone. This could still be done.
This is the stupidest setup for a joke I have ever worked for.
Don't play it too loud.
Yeah.
So should I keep?
won't
So should
play-
I keep talking or?
Yeah, keep talking. And
Okay.
We'll have it.
So I can remember, I was there at BabsCon and I talked to like some of the writers. I believe I talked to Mr. Nick Confalone. And I have a theory that the writers do watch the show. They watch us. They know what we are. So I have a theory that they watched Sketchy the Changeling and decided to put a subtle nod with that orange beanie. I have a theory that they know we exist. And they...
Okay, can I say things real
Wait.
quick?
Wait, no, Toon, keep going. You're getting onto something.
I'm getting-
deeper.
I'm going deeper. You have to understand. What the fuck? That
Can I
is not the
say things real
theme.
quick?
That is not the theme we're going with. But I just have a theory that the writers understand us. They know about YouTube. They know what we do. They know we exist. They watch bronies react. They watch all the animations. They listen to our music. They know about the community. So they must cater to us. They must understand us. They are waiting. They are ready. Anytime this ever happens, they know we exist. I got nothing else to say.
You're gonna get us copyright struck.
No, keep going. It's beautiful.
I don't think we
The
even...
truth is out there.
The truth is out there. Thank you, everybody. Have...
I think I think the fact the music overwhelmed him made it funnier.
I think so, because
Well,
no one
yeah.
can understand me. Oh, real quick, also. Okay, to properly end this, we all know our, you know...
Not so fast, cartoons. I have a little thing to poke holes in your little conspiracy theory.
Oh,
That's sketchy.
great.
Oh,
Here
that's
we
the end
go.
of the show. Good night,
No,
everybody.
no, about the staff, staff watching us.
Okay.
Okay, can I say
course.
3 things real quick before
Wait.
my phone goes
Let
out
him
again?
talk.
Okay, to be fair, Secret's been in and out of the call, so she wouldn't know.
All
Okay?
right.
So don't yell at her. Anyway, continue, Will.
You say that you claim that the staff watches us.
Yeah?
Well, of course they do. Equestria Girls exist because of us. Duh!
That's it? What?
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
Remember that quote a long time ago from BronyCon 2013?
Don't you dare bring that up.
It's all our fault!
No, it is not.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this is what they want by fan art.
Can we
You gotta
just
listen
end
to much
this?
better feedback than just.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
No, that's not how it works.
I'm
If
just
somebody
gonna
criticizes
close the curtain.
you want to take
Just gonna
criticism.
cocaine. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
before we
put
actually...
cocaine around
Okay,
his throat.
in all seriousness, before we actually end this, I want to take this time to properly plug something, because Secret Dreamer is here. I would like to plug the Secret Rift channel, and I would also like to plug the Wizard of Oz Bronalsis special that just came out, which a few of us here, I believe myself, Ninja, I think you were in it?
Not in this part, but the next part's out next
Yes,
Saturday.
Bliss is in it, Keyframe is in it, Fox did the opening for it, so, and we got Secret Dreamer here, too, so... I'd like to
Everyone go
properly
check it
plug
out.
that. Go and check it out, because the Secret Rift is awesome.
My wonderful girlfriend did the art for it, and she is super talented and deserves all of the love and support.
I don't think Secret's internet is going to be stable anymore, so we're just going to end it here. So, thank you all for watching. Now, I'm aware that Canada has decided to be a butt and start airing episodes early, to the point where they're going to be like 3 or 4 episodes ahead of us. Saying officially right now, we are only going to stick to 1 episode a week, because doing 2 per week is going to be stressful.
But 2...
I don't give a flim flam zimmity zam about Canada. Canada wants to be a butt and do this, but we're not going to comply. We are going to keep doing what we do, stay the course, and everything's going to be fine.
so we will see you guys next Sunday.
When we have J Fox on for the episode Fluttershy Leans In. See you all then.